This is what the president was just saying a few minutes ago. I'd say 20 minutes ago at the White House, surrounded by his deputies of fascism, Pam Bondi and Pete Hegseth. There's a reason Pete Hegseth is now at this press conference.
I'm announcing a historic action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse. This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States. I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is? And placing the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control, and you'll be meeting the people that will be directly involved with that. Very good people, but they're tough, and they know what's happening, and they've done it before. In addition, I'm deploying the National Guard to help reestablish law, order, and public safety in Washington, D.C., and they're going to be allowed to do their job properly.
He's talking about evoking the Section 740, the D.C. Home Rule Act, where he's just going to take over the city. We heard about him federalizing the D.C. police, the Metropolitan Police. Then the next step of sending in National Guard members, as they're now patrolling with every kind of law enforcement agency that he can think of that he doesn't even know what they're supposed to do. They're all under his control and his purview, so he can do whatever he wants with them. I want you to pay attention to the next thing that he's talking about, because this is what else has been going on and his plans for taking this to the next levels.
We have other cities that are very bad. New York has a problem. And then you have, of course, Baltimore and Oakland. We don't even mention that anymore. They're so far gone. We're not going to let it happen. We're not going to lose our cities over this. And this will go further. We're starting very strongly with D.C., and we're going to clean it up real quick, very quickly, as they say.
New York City, Baltimore, and Oakland. They're so far gone. We're going to start in D.C., and we're going to those next cities afterwards. And we're going to do the same thing there. So again, as the attacks have been on these big cities as if they're the most un-American places ever, which are the ones who actually facilitate any kind of growth or any kind of support for other small cities in small states that generally vote for this guy, reality continues to be flipped on its head. But the militaristic state, where this dictator is looking to continue to take over and force his will on the American people, he's occupied the country now.
You're going to have a lot of essentially military, and we will bring in the military if it's needed, by the way. We're going to have National Guard. But Pete Hegseth will tell you about it. We will bring in the military if needed. People say, oh, that's so terrible. He's going to bring in, it's been used many times over the years. I don't think we'll need it. I think we've got so many great people, including the people that are in the police department with proper leadership.
He's bringing in the military if needed, but he's already bringing in the military. It's already not needed, as he's talking about crime in Washington, D.C., which we'll get to in a second, and based off of that lie. This is how authoritarians work. This is how dictators move. They create a problem, as he's done his entire life, and it says he's going to solve that problem, except now the problem is more crime in a city where the crime is dropped. And again, he's going after criminals, right? Or is he going after American citizens who defy him because he's a dictator?
So this morning they saw that they fought back against law. See, they fight back until you knock the hell out of them, because it's the only language they understand. But they fought back against law enforcement.
And you know what fighting back looks like to a dictator? Fighting back is just defying his orders, defying his military state. So if you're sending the military and you federalized the DC police to then attack people based off of them living there and not following your orders in this militarized state that he's now created, this is what happens to you. You have to get the hell knocked out of you.
Oh! Don't spray him. Don't spray him. Don't spray him. Oh! Oh! What the fuck? What the? Hey, no white shirt. Y'all harassing us. Stop spraying them.
This is the United States of America. This is what people were describing was coming, and they were called having Trump derangement syndrome. These are the folks that were hyperventilating over the police state that he was proposing and setting the stage for. We saw it happening right in front of us. So if you walk up on police and film them like it's your right to do because we pay for them, what happens next is you get attacked like that man did for filming them. He's attacking this country. He's a traitor to this country, and he's attacking it from within, and he's telling you that it's your fault. This is Donald Trump's vision for this country, and this is what we're looking at literally right now. DEA agents, other federal agencies of law enforcement in the city, strolling down, occupying it, monitoring people, making sure you're not out of line. If you look at them the wrong way, like that man did before, you get beat up and you get pepper sprayed and jumped on by 12 to 15 different agents. That's the police state he's implemented. It's time to stop playing. It's time to stop acting like this is not what it is, or it's not what he planned for it to be. Let me give you details. DC police data indicates that violent crime has decreased 26% compared to last year. The DC U.S. Attorney's Office also announced in January that violent crime in the district in 2024 was at a 30-year low. That's based off of police data. So he'll probably fire whoever was a part of compiling that police data because it doesn't match up with what he wants. But at this point, he doesn't even have to do that. He's got his law enforcement goons in the streets, and he's headed for other cities next. In an interview with MSNBC on Sunday, DC Mayor Muriel Bowser pushed back on this assertion that DC is riddled with crime. She said, if the priority is to show force in an American city, we know Trump can do that here, but it won't be because there's a spike in crime. As I told you guys before, the Tennessee Holler does really good stuff, and they pointed this out when it comes to the whole crime thing and how DC is riddled with it despite reality and facts. There's 6 headlines that the Tennessee Holler compiled just from this morning. Tennessee, a state that he's not going after because he's got his Republicans goons there doing and saying whatever the hell he wants. Argument escalates to gunfire in East Ridge restaurant parking lot. Send in the National Guard, right? One injured in Lamar Avenue motel shooting. Teen dies following shooting in Spring Hill. Frazier shootout caught on video ends in man's death. Several homes shot up, police say. Fatal shooting outside Mapco store. Police arrest the suspect. Police investigating deadly shooting in Mount Juliet. 2 men wanted in 4 armed robberies downtown. Is the National Guard coming into Tennessee? Did he federalize the police department in any cities that he can choose in the state of Tennessee as those things are happening? No. He's taken over the city that he resides in, that he thinks is going to become his palace. Gold-plated, tacky-ass palace that he's looking to create in our country because he is un-American. He's a traitor. He's a dictator. Militarized people are hitting the streets of this country at faster paces than people even recognize is going on. And when they turn on Fox News, they see people like Trey Gowdy put his pea head up in the middle in front of the camera. And this is what he talks about.
I actually played yesterday with President Trump. He hit almost every fairway with this beautiful little 3-yard bullet fade. It was just, it would go out there and fade just about 3 yards. He's got me by what, 20 years? But he can still crank the ball out there pretty far. Now, we do not play handicaps. We play straight up.
Trey Gowdy, a former congressman, Republican, is on Fox News with this show he's had for a year or two now. And all he can talk about is the beautiful trail fade or some shit about Donald Trump's golf game. As the dictator golfs over the weekend again with his propagandists and his news organizations, They come back on TV to talk about his beautiful golf game where he cheats. While he's now comes out on a press conference on a Monday morning to say, I'm taking over your country. The only question left is, will we let him?